making some claims that are pretty outlandish, but I can back them up. Boom. End of story. There is no other crypto out there, so don't get it twisted. If you don't understand where you're parking your money, you're gonna pay the consequences for that, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Boom. We're obliterating everybody, literally. There is nobody else that comes close to what Hex has done. Boom. Oh, it's about to get funky. Funkier than you could have ever imagined. You know, Richard Hart is a boss. Hex is literally the best thing on the planet. It's simple mathematics. Right? The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. Yep. That's it. Yep. That's the secret. The guy well told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. Shit, motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. I mean, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Y'all deep. Everybody. My God. Hex-Asians, bro. Everybody. Australians, man. Everybody gets me. Yo, when is it told you? Dollar told you. Everybody done told you. It's crazy.
Uh-oh. Look out.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a fabulous Monday or Tuesday, depending on where you're at, given the time differences. It's clearly Worlds Only and my homie Thas Chow.
Duck down.
What's good, brother?
I'm better now, my friend. I'm ready to pop off some shit.
Yeah, it's been a funny couple really a funny couple of weeks. You know, Mark has been rolling over. You know, we talked about this already, I guess, weeks ago at this point. You know, no surprises.
No, not really for you and I, at least. Right?
No. I mean, it's understanding what it is that they want people to do, how it is that they're trying to guide people.
Oh, there it is.
And what the ultimate goal is, right? I mean, there's no other way to make these clear and concise, you know, calls, because it's not easy, right? For a lot of people, they can't see it.
That's exactly what it is. If you have it in a place where you can frame it out in a macrocosmic way. See, that's the thing. You know, I run up against static a lot because people can't see the forest for the trees, right? You have to really have a long view of things, okay? And if it's an accurate long view, all of a sudden you start seeing shit, and it's like click, 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 click. It makes perfect sense. Right. Ain't nothing shocking.
Nope.
You know what? I mean, tell me if you disagree. Here's what it is real quick. You have to be able to conceive of the heart of darkness. If you can, even if you're a good person, right? You have to be able to wrap your mind around what the heart of darkness is capable of, because most people, right, are good people. Right. This is not true. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to do people dirt. They don't want to hurt people. They don't.
The average person isn't trying to, you know, scam somebody and shit.
Precisely.
Right.
But if you're intelligent, you're awake, you're aware, you're going to look at things macrocosmically, you can kind of see the logic of the heart of darkness in this shit. It'll keep you up at night. Don't get me wrong. It can fuck up everything. But for me, you know, it was just working, learning, observing. And then one day it was like, oh my God, you know, and click.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of those things that's, you try to not be cynical, you know what I'm saying? But you know, this is one thing I'll say is I like to keep an open mind no matter what, right? Because when you connect dots, you just can't ignore those things. You know what I'm saying? And first off, let me say sorry to the crowd for taking forever to show up, because we got tied up in connecting dots.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Green room philosophers.
Right. We got caught up in some interesting finds, and once we can come up with some further information to confirm what we found, we'll let you guys know.
Woo!
But if it's what we think it is, well, hey,
Game over again.
yeah,
Game over
we
again.
might have found another way to pump these bags, but we'll let you guys know. Because then these are the kind of things that I've been talking about these kind of things for a year nonstop, and we keep nailing them on the head. Look at what happened today in the state of New York. No longer can they invoke any type of masks mandate anywhere in the state of New York. Why? Because it's unmotherfucking unconstitutional.
Mhm. Right. But let me ask you. We all know that these people invented fucking game theory, my friend. Like these people where you and I are
Thanks for the super
exceptional, and maybe, Alan, what up? Where you might be an exceptional person with some insight and analysis and be able to see 5-10 steps ahead. Your average social architect, right? They've gamed the shit out 100 steps ahead. So are these things changing because they're afraid of the Constitution or even the American people? Or if you draw back far enough, and this isn't to drive people crazy, but listen, I don't think they surrender. These aren't the type of people who surrender. They got the bridge home rigged to blow. If they don't get their way, you know what I'm saying? So
what I think it is that there's a process, right? And I know this because I served. A lot of people don't think that things happen, but they do happen. They just happen real fucking slow.
Right.
And that's the thing. And Alan, thanks for the super chat. Have we read about the Unifounders bank accounts closure by JP Morgan? No, but no surprise there. I mean, I was literally having a conversation with this about something like this with one of my business partners, which you guys all know, Blake, the other day. Or a lot of you guys might know. His name is Blake, the other day. And, crypto money is a threat to legacy side finance, no matter how much we might want to try to legitimize what we're doing, even though it is legitimate and we are all above board. The simple fact of the matter is that we are a threat to their existence because their objective is to keep us subjugated.
Absolutely true.
So us finding financial freedom doesn't do them any benefit. So it's important that we all understand that, because what we're doing is not what people really want done. And by people, I don't mean society. I mean the people that control society.
And I wouldn't even call them people.
And clearly they're not people, because we are the ones that control society. But what happens is, or what's happened, right, is over the past 30 to 40 years, people fell asleep at the fucking wheel. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, gave the keys to the asylum to the craziest motherfuckers up there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And this is why we got 2020, to the point that 2022 is shaking up so far to be a banner year for people like you and me, Dots. Because fact of the matter is that all these cycles have been losing nonstop. I've been talking about it for months, but it's been hard for people to see. Now it's clear as day. These motherfuckers lost.
Well, that is eminent. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's clear. And now that I can publicly state this, people need to understand. The military, not the folks you see on TV, that's not the real military. The real military knows exactly what's been going on. They have been watching and corroborating and recording all of these events. Now it's been released that that's what's been happening. I haven't been able to discuss that, but that's what's been happening. So all of these folks that thought that they were just doing their thing, we're going to have somebody to answer to here shortly.
Fucking A.
That's right.
Hey, man, did you see the meme this week? It said General Patton's rolling in his grave, and it had all your
Actually, no.
Transgendered stars and bars.
You know what? Actually, no. Interestingly enough, Patton was he was real woke way before. Like he just was a motherfucker that had to, like that was his thing. War was his thing.
Right.
So he knew full and well who he worked for. He was not asleep. So he ain't rolling in his grave. He knows. Not even surprised, in fact. Yeah, I'm dead ass. Not even surprised. You got to realize I'm a student of history. So there's certain things that the average person isn't gonna know because it's not in the textbook.
Oh, absolutely, science on that.
Yeah, for real. So
yeah, well, I mean, what are y'all reading, right? Like everybody out there, come on now. Like if you're in cryptocurrency, right, you're cut above anyway. You're not
naturally,
you're probably an independent thinker.
Yep.
So now you're in a less than 1% of all of cryptocurrency as a hexagon or a pulsicon, are we not? Right? I mean, I'm sorry. For as far as my metric, or every metric I could measure it by, I want to say and think exceptional people for the most part. I mean, every community is going to have some pieces of shit in it, but for the most part, hexagons are impressive people. So what are you all reading? Get down and chat. Let us know what's up. Like, you got things like this. You got, oh, look at that, the Lord's Prayer, the Our Father, but from Aramaic. We got it. You got a garden going this year. Ooh, it's coming, isn't it? Oh, here was a donation by somebody to me. You got to get up on your.
Oh yeah, I read that one.
It's always good to reminisce, right? With the little Dungeons and Dragons,
yeah.
deities and demigods, and for light reading, I figured I would dig into the thrice great Hermetica and the Janus Age. When I want to give my brain a break from all the madness.
You know what I used to do, and here's a pro tip for whoever is in time crunch and just wants to learn a lot of information really fast. This is what I do. I'll read different books 30 minutes at a time. As many books as I decide to read. 2 books, 3 books, 4 books, 5 books. I just read them. Boom, 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 boom. 30 minutes at a time. Back to back to back. Yeah, back to back to back. That way, A, I'm not getting bored. B, my mind isn't getting tired of reading the same thing. And C, I'm learning as many different things as possible.
Spreading it out. Yeah, I try to do that. I try to have a selection that goes across the disciplines. But now it's getting to a point with the life responsibilities that my backup stack. I got
I already books. Know, bro. I got shit I know I'm never trying to get to.
And every week somebody, God bless them, is like, yo, Thoughts, you gotta read this. You gotta read this. Oh,
great comment by Crypto King. And yeah, he actually did. And these are things that are lost in the annals of history because people like to ignore.
Well, what were we talking about earlier today? I said, what did Wales say a couple weeks ago? He says, I'll be damned if I actually know who won World War II, because they tell us the good guys won, but every indicator is, pointing to otherwise. I just showed you guys thrice great Hermetica. You look into that, Dr. Joseph P. Farrell. Just got surgery, so we're praying for Dr. Joseph P. Farrell. His website is Giza Death Star, and this man will take apart precisely what Wales has said and what Crypto King just pointed out. I mean, he dissects it granularly. Dr. Joseph P. Farrell does, and you will see that Paperclip doesn't even scratch the goddamn surface.
That's just the start, really. Man, that's just really the start. That's the beginning of the paper trail that allows us to know for a fact what was being done.
Right? I mean, they got Heinrich Himmler signing checks in Argentina in fucking 1952.
Come on. It's not like they're not even trying to hide it.
No, they don't. Well, that's one of the things they like doing some of this to people,
Yeah. A whole lot of that.
Hiding it in plain sight.
Right. And thanks for the super chats, brother. You paying my bills, man. I appreciate you. $10 so far. Thanks, Alan.
Alan getting after
appreciate that. Yeah, see, for me, audiobooks is a tough one.
Bufo.
Yeah. What up, bro? Audiobooks is a tough one. I gotta be engaged. Sometimes with audiobooks, like gotta
You're just
hear
like
it,
me.
man.
I got to rewind all the time because I'll miss
Yeah.
one. When you're reading, you
Yeah.
can just scan back. Bam, I got it. When you're
Well, when
listening,
I'm
you're like,
reading, I'm actively engaged. When
yeah,
I'm listening, I might not be actively engaged. I might, I
right.
get easily distracted like that. When I'm
So
reading, I don't get easily distracted. So audiobooks is a little difficult for me. Maybe I'm just too old school. I don't know.
I
Maybe
feel
I'm
you. No,
just
I'm well. I shouldn't
easily engaged. And that's a good one.
propaganda. Bernays, we were just talking about
We were
Bernays
just talking
earlier
about this
today.
dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
He did his job well, did he
Oh,
not?
for fucking sure.
You got
Appreciate the
your
shout out, Yogi.
relative down
Thank
in
you.
the basement eating the Tide Pods watching TikTok, and I would say that Edwin Bernays did his
I
job
can't
well.
believe that shit gotta be a lie. You think that shit real? The Tide
Oh,
Pod eating thing?
dude,
You think
you
that's
know
real,
there's
man?
somebody
Come
in
on,
a
man.
trailer park or at 52nd and
I
Market
don't want
in
to believe people
Philadelphia,
are that
and they're
fucking
munching up. They got some ranch
like
dressing.
2020 told me people were dumb, but not that dumb. Like, let me eat this little bag of chemicals here. This shit looking well. I don't know because they are jabbing themselves up with a
Yeah,
death
and I was
shot,
gonna
so
say if they're
anything's possible.
carrying a bag of McDonald's with a grin on their face, that's a bag of chemicals right the fuck up in there too.
You right about that.
Hmm.
Yo, I seen this video. Check that. Now I don't know. This could have been staged or whatever, but check
Oh
this out.
no. Oh no.
Now there was this dog, and there were these chicken nuggets. Now somebody put these chicken nuggets. Now again, I didn't see them get the chicken nuggets
I'm
from
already dying.
McDonald's.
I'm already dying.
Hold on. I didn't see what they got. Like they didn't show themselves getting them and then putting them outside for the dog. They just showed them putting the nuggets down on the ground, and the dog would not even like it. It wouldn't even touch him. All it did was piss on it, piss on the nuggets. That's it, and then walked away. Oh, let me see if Diamond Dad was in. Hey, Diamond Dad, bro. Let me see if you want to join. Let me. If you can
Oh
join, brother.
yeah, that's a dude that was on there with you
Yeah. I
last
stream with him
week.
all the time. Man. My
Okay,
boy.
okay. Whoa,
Jump
whoa! I
on
got
if you
some
can.
volume coming here. Hold on, turn down, bitch. Turn down. There it is. Sorry. Oh, I didn't even look. Who we got? We got Alan. We got Rena, Bufo,
Right, we got a lot
Hexponential,
of people in the chat, man.
Completion.
The
Yeah.
usual homies. I appreciate everybody.
Oh yeah.
Our community is getting bigger, and as a lot of us have been around since early days, it's on us to maintain the efficiency and the standard and the gangsterness we got going on in this community. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna just happen by itself. We gotta ensure that it stays this way.
And let me point out something else real quick. Neither of us right the fuck here are what you would call the day one or pre-day one OG, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
I'm day
But
330.
and I'm day 420, huh? But for real,
Yeah,
but
that's
for
some
real,
shit.
but for real, I am.
No,
And,
you
and
are.
I
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
and I
Ain't that
tell
some
the
shit?
story that I found Richard in 2017 when I was really fucking depressed, going through my divorce, and I was struggling, trying to get my footing, with a lot of responsibilities, and I stumbled on this motherfucker, Richard Hart, and he was a Bitcoin maximalist at the time. And I remember I saw him debate Roger Ver live. I'll never forget that. Yeah. But I'm like just watching Richard, and he's one of them motherfuckers, as we spoke about before, alpha male, who's not threatening, right, to other alpha males. He kind of empowers you. He kind of gets you jacked up. So I'm sitting there thumping my chest every time fucking Richard drops science, man. Remember distinctly, not to digress too much, but I got to point this out while I remember it. I remember one of them episodes, this guy said something to Richard about how he's 19 years old and he's got this 14-year-old girlfriend. And Richard was like paused, and he goes, I think that you have a psychological like problem or an issue. And I think that anybody who would, sleep with a minor like that is like unstable and needs to check himself. You know what I mean? Like Richard came out strong on it. And I was just like, fuck yeah, dude. Somebody asked him like if he like ever had gay fantasies, and he was like, well, I don't know how I could ever get down with a dude when my way of relating to dudes is punching them. The only time Richard said the only time I ever touch dudes is when I'm fucking punching them.
He's stupid,
I
yo.
was like, I love this dude, man. It's great.
That's
Not
hilarious.
to knock anybody's preference. I'm sorry. We are free, but I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, everybody can
In
do
the
what they want, but
context
that
of the
shit was still funny,
zeitgeist.
bro. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah.
change the fact that that's funny. Shout out to Nardo, bro. Thanks for the super chat, homie.
Nardo, my man. That's
Hope
my
you
man
guys are
right
doing
there.
well on that road trip. Them boys, you getting it, man. That shit is not as easy as it looks. They look like they having fun all the time, but they fucking lugging shit around 90%
Oh
of the
man,
time.
I
You know
was
what I'm saying?
standing there in the parking lot when they pulled up in Philadelphia
Yeah,
for
you
the
saw
road
that
trip
shit.
stop. Them brothers looked fucking tired. They still
Yep.
get a smile for you, but they looked
Yeah,
they
not
look like
easy,
they've been
man.
working.
Yep, not easy. So shout out to them. Yo, and also shout out to Ricky, because I see that he's running the, like, basically running point, him and Motley on the Daytona 500 money raise for the NASCAR run that they're trying to get for Hex, which is cool because that would put us on a big stage. NASCAR is a pretty big sport in America. I mean, I guess worldwide for whoever the weirdos are that like NASCAR. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I
No,
like.
I'm not a big fan.
I used to be an F1 fan until they went electronic or electric, whatever the fuck they want to call it.
Yeah.
So I don't fuck with that anymore either. Yeah. So if you guys, are interested, reach out to Motley. If you want to donate, they needed 600K. I think they're like 50K away from hitting the target, and they have still 48 or maybe 36 hours to meet it.
And real quick, we
yeah.
should point out, I think the Twitter chat right now that's being moderated by Hex Orca, I think that's where Motley is right now. And I think I heard they had the driver. Yeah, well, they had the driver.
Oh, get out of here. They
Yeah.
had him on there. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's what Motley said.
How about that?
For real.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is real racing right here, right? Exactly. F1. Yes, sir.
Terrafin, Michael Schumacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked, if I had to pick one, I was into open wheel too.
Right. It's just, I mean, you think about what racing is, you hear the term racing and what I don't know, to me, the kind of, a circle going in laps is not racing, bro. You just going in laps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just can't, it's cool. NASCAR, everybody doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't, you know what I mean? Like, go watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go do that.
It's a culture thing,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 100%.
I can't get too excited for a lot of things from back here, but if you are with a bunch of people who are into it and you're there live, I would imagine, then it could be kind of cool. But they put a lot of money in that racing, man. Damn.
Right, yeah, no, it's a money maker, bro. When I was in the service, and I was working as like part-time. And as you guys can see from Crypto King here, you can go listen to the recording of the Twitter space with the NASCAR driver. So that is available. And thank you for the super chat, Causey. Appreciate you, man. Paul Pantone and the Geet engine. Not familiar with that. Let me look real quick. Maybe I am and do not remember.
Mobius says early NASCAR was it. It sucks now. Too many rules. Like so many things, right?
Yeah, what a surprise, right?
Yeah,
what a surprise.
Imagine telling the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive backfield in 1976 that you couldn't touch a wide receiver.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, like, yo, dude, like, does football even exist, bro? Like, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, Mel Blunt was smacking the piss out of them
You
motherfuckers.
know what I'm saying?
They came off the line, dude.
Get out of here, man. I'm not really familiar with these type of engines, brother, so I'm going to have to look into this and see how it works. It looks interesting.
Boogity,
Plasma reaction engine. It's interesting. I've been learning some unique science lately, so this should be fun. Looks like a brand new, a nice new addition to the Rolodex of crap in my head that I need. Can't have enough. You know what I'm saying? Can't have enough.
Shit, Casper, what up? I didn't see Casper. Terrafin, what up? Mel Tony, D'Artagnan.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys,
Roganov, there's my boy. Yo, Roganov.
we got a very high class community, don't we? That's how I feel. I feel like we got some high. Like I get to talk to some of the smartest motherfuckers on the planet, and they want to hear me talk. How crazy is that? And they want to hear you talk.
I know. I heard you with Mr. Wentz, brother. These are the people we belong with. Right. I'm sorry, it's like, I'm not saying that, nothing egotistical, but I don't really put none of them out of my intellectual league. I can sit across the table from many of these people and speak cogently, so it's like, I think a lot of us is like that now. But hey, man, I saw Roganov in there, and Roganov is my co-conspirator in these beats that I was telling you about.
Ah, right? Nice.
I mean, he's going to kill me. So I got to keep talking, because if I don't talk, then somebody will take the loop, and try and do something with it.
Right. Yeah, of course. I already know, bro.
Yeah, they don't have the skills or creativity, for example, that Roganov and myself have. So.
Right, so they would have to plug it. Or
you can't hear it. You can't hear the subsonic. We got so many frequencies rocking in this shit, but my man Roganov is fucking genius. You, y'all gonna find out.
Yeah, there's always something being done in the background, ain't it?
This shit's so fire.
Right. 100%. Yeah, I can't do it, man. I can't. How you going up driving and loving muscle cars, and all of a sudden they want to put you in these little electric toys? Like, get out of here, yo! I'm not about to be pushing some shit my kid. A kid can push. Like, get out of here! I'm not playing that game. What up, Total Rules, bro? How you doing?
My man's got skills. If you all didn't see, that man is a painter of the highest fucking degree, man. Total Roots, you go, son. We are proud to have you in the community, sir.
He is very good. If you didn't know, he is a extremely talented artist of the painting variety, not the NFT variety, but the real painting variety. Maybe Total Rules will bless the community by attaching some JPEG file names to his artwork. I don't know. What say you, Total Rules? Let us know.
that man has skills. Was it Crypto Cabana's show or Motley's? Who was
Motley,
he with?
It was Motley.
Right. So Total Rules on Motley. That was Friday or Saturday, I think. That was so awesome. I think it was Friday, maybe Thursday, even last Friday.
I can't remember, brother, but it was.
But anyway,
it was the other day.
He did the time sequence, the time lapse of Total Roos creating one of his works, folks. I have to encourage you to go check that out, man.
Yeah,
and
it was a good one.
A side note is, we all got something. Some of y'all are gardeners, some of y'all are carpenters, plumbers, electricians, some of y'all do pottery, some of you paint, write poetry, musicians. Oh, and by the way, motherfuckers, stop putting your goddamn acoustic guitar in the fucking background. Just because you could play an open C and D chord on a guitar does not mean you have to fucking line them up on stream as a vanity fucking thing. All right. I'll smoke all y'all. You don't see my fucking guitar back here. I'm a jazz player, motherfucker.
Speaking of music, let's get to this little message here. Crypto King, of course, always the most eminent promoter in the community. Letting us know not to miss the Hex Late Show. I think that starts at like 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Time.
Those are the Aussies, mate.
Yeah, the Aussies. To hear the first Hex track of 2022. And let me tell you who made it, for those of you that might not know. Let me get the person's handle right. The name is Lowland Profits. The handle is LL Profits, and that's one of the many great hexagons that we got in the community. You know what I mean? We're flush with so much talent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no competition. There can't be. Like, I've never seen a reality where you can't have a number one.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's just too good.
Everybody doing their shit.
Yeah, everybody's just doing their thing. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. I think it's great, and this is what community should be about. Everybody pushing each other to just rock out.
Dog, that's a hip hop ethos too. Because think about it, right? You know how you came up in the culture. It's like even Q-Tip said, competition's good. It brings out the vital parts. We can compete without wanting to kill each other, without hating each other. But guess what? We could fucking like knuckle up and show and prove. I see you doing it. So it's like, man, I better.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I better step my fucking game up,
I
right?
do it all the time, right? Like anytime I'm talking to somebody, they know they got to come with their fucking game. You know, I'm not just having conversation for fun. Like I'm having a serious conversation at all times. And even when we playing, right? Like we're just having fun, but we don't play with the facts. Never, right? I'm a facts maxi.
Humor is a great device for really getting some salient points across too. You know,
right.
Why I use it.
Damn, I made me feel some type of way. I grew up playing baseball, man. But it's all good. I get it. If you never played it, yeah. Shout out to you, Kyler, man.
Yo, my man, he's fucking holding the line. Kyler fucking Kaufman is. Y'all give it up for fucking Kyler Kaufman, because that young man is a very talented, actor, and he's out there in one of the most highly politicized, fucked up industries. And believe me, I was in music. I know how fucked up this shit is. Kyler is making it happen, and they're shutting him down, saying, son, we really, think you got it, but we're just going to have to go on ahead and just jab you up 1 or 2 or 3 times with this experimental shit, and then we can get you some work, And Kyler's holding that line, man. So let's all get behind Kyler Kaufman for real.
Yeah, shout out to him, because it's not easy. I mean, to be a human being working in Hollywood is hard. There's not many human beings in that motherfucker. Let's be honest. I used to want to deal with that industry, and when I figured out what was going on, I was like, "Holy crap! Ain't no way."
I don't even want to say, but being a musician, I had a compatriot who I used to be in a project with, who did a soundtrack for a movie that everybody has heard of. And he came back from Los Angeles, after his week there for the premiere party. And he looked like he had gotten out of maybe a violent car accident. He looked like a deer in the headlights, like something traumatic had happened. I was like, yo, dog, this is supposed to be one of the crowning achievements of your life, man, of your career. He said, man, he said, I went to one of these Hollywood parties that's supposed to be my coming out, and I don't really want to have anything to do with any of it anymore. I was like, what the fuck? I'll spare you all the details, but the whole metaphor, of Johnny at the crossroads selling his soul to the devil.
Right.
That's kind of real.
Yeah. I mean, it happens every day, don't it?
Yeah. Well, Kyler's making it happen without doing so. So you go, son.
Very different. It's very difficult as well. And that's just, the reality of the world we live in today. I mean, look at myself. I actively engage against the industry that I work in. Every time I stream, that's what I'm doing. Most people don't realize that, but that's exactly what I'm doing, right? I'm actively engaged in educating people in what is actually going on, and that is contra everything I'm involved in. Like,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but real quick, just point. Did you speak up at all publicly about crypto before you became a Hexagon, Wales?
Oh yeah. My first job, I had to contend with the morons talking about even in this job talking about, it's used for illicit activity. I'm like, how? Prove it. Let me see the data. Like, that's all these morons can say,
dumbest fucking
because
thing.
That's all they hear on TV. So it's not even like it's competition.
See, that's a metric of how retarded people are. Is soundbite logic. People get an idea in their fucking heads. It's fucking so funny, man.
Sad.
You're like so programmable. Like, wake the fuck up. Powers of suggestion. Edwin Bernays. Let me fucking give you this thought. Let me repeat it over and over and over again. And then when your dumbass is standing by the water cooler, you can fucking repeat, parrot what it is that was just injected in your thick fucking skull. Wow. But,
you know what? I can't wait to see what the world looks like a month from now, because Rona's over. right? For those that don't know, it's over. It's been
There's
over
going to
for
be
like,
some of them trying to hang on to that for dear
you
life.
already fucking know, right? And that's what I'm saying. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like next month, because you know what? It's just one spot at a time. It just boom disintegrates. Today, New York was one of them places where it just disintegrated. Everybody gonna have to kiss that ass on that mask shit now. So now all that Rona bullshit is gone.
Yo, listen,
Like that.
I don't think we should ever forget.
Oh
And
no,
I
I'm
know this
never
is
gonna
gonna
forget.
I know this is gonna make some people
Never.
kind of sad to hear, but I think from the architects of the entire thing down to the fucking CEOs and doctors and media on down till you get to the hostess at the fucking restaurant and the manager at the grocery fucking store. I think we should have scalable fucking penalties. Up here, we're going to do guillotine and firing squad. Down here, I think every motherfucker that shamed people for masks and this other bullshit should get like 40 to 60. Nah, 40 to 60 hours community service.
Bro, they should just get shot for being fucking shitheads.
Nah, like the restaurant manager can get the 60 hours of community service. And then I think what we should do with them is make them clean up all the fucking masks that are in the oceans now and shit.
Oh yeah, yo, that ass, like, oh boy. Oh, look, man. I've been dreaming up some scenarios for a while. You know, I can't say them. Yeah, I can't say them publicly because I'll probably get my whole thing deleted. Like, you know.
Well,
but
you know, we were talking about Nuremberg too, and we were kind of
Right.
excited about it. But I was told by some people in the know that actually doesn't have a lot of legal teeth. So I'm still doing some homework on Nuremberg too. And anybody who has any information or insight about the German lawyer or the court in Canada that really doesn't hold any standing, that actual court in Canada, he filed this Nuremberg 2 document with, you know, let me know.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, I saw that. That wasn't any. Yeah, that wasn't anything powerful or anything like that.
It's controlled. It's called controlled opposition, folks.
Yeah. It was just BS. What you want to see is something official from the CJ. And that's, you know, I don't want to get into that, but you know, it's because you know, it's a whole bunch of legalese and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's important people understand that they have to know the rights in their jurisdiction, because every jurisdiction is not the same. And if you want to fight this, that's how you do it. You learn the common law in your jurisdiction, right? Like, for example, in America, most people don't even know. In most states, I think it's like 42, 48. I can't remember the number anymore. Once you live with somebody for 7 years, you're legally married to them. You're bound to them. Period. Full stop. So, or is it 11? I can't remember the number of states. I have to look it up. But that's a real thing, right? And if you're not aware of that, and you're living with somebody for...
You're talking about common law wife.
Common law, right.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not aware of that and you go on ahead and cross that timeline and that other person does, and they want to play games with you, guess what? It's free game. Right? Just because you don't know anything, just because you opted to stay ignorant and just take a seat, take a ride in the back seat, right? Like, there's so many ways that you could get screwed in this world, and people just don't realize how significantly real that is. Right?
People don't realize the hustle. I mean, we're talking about a multi-tiered, woven hustle. Okay. You know, you got your maritime law, you got your judicial law, you got your civil law, you got your private law, you got your common law. You got to know what's what, man. You are a commodity, which is chattel or a slave. Okay. If you have a birth certificate in the Corporation of the United States, the Corporation of the United States, which it inarguably is controlled by its what? Creditors.
Yep. And who is a creditor? The Federal Reserve. Well, the Federal Reserve, right? And all those entities above it, they're all tied together. There is no separation. They're just different names for different institutions that are located in different jurisdictions. That is all.
Yeah. Oh, on the conspiracy side, people trip me out, man. You got the guys that are like, it's it's the Jesuits. It's only the Jesuits. And then you got the other guys that are like, no, it's those people that believe in that religion. It's all them. And I'm like, motherfucker, you are missing the goddamn point entirely.
It's all the same, bro. And this is the kind of the thing, right? This is why crypto is so important, right? And this is like the title of the stream, cryptocurrency. It's the best proxy for value because now it gives us the ability to lock in and secure our value in such a way that allows these centralized third parties that we can't seem to just put in their fucking place for some fucking reason. I don't understand what the fuck. I don't know what the hell it's
People give up their power, man. People.
I don't understand why it's so easy for that shit to happen. And it really, really bothers the hell out of me.
Me too.
But go ahead.
No, I said me too, my friend. You're just science.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. It's like the past 2 years were like a fucking nightmare, because people wanted it to be. Like I've never ever seen anything like that, and this is why I 100% agree with you. All these motherfuckers need to be lined up. Whoever needs to be lined up and shot needs to be lined up and shot. Whoever needs to be put with their head in the guillotine needs to be put with their head in the guillotine. Period.
Yeah.
Like this was not fucking cool at all. You know how many people have died and are gonna die because of the actions of all these fucking morons?
Yeah.
How many people lost their jobs for no reason?
Oh yeah, just the poverty aspect.
The poverty aspect
responsible
alone
for taking. Yeah, you're responsible for taking people's lives.
Global economy, my man. Global. I mean, look at the whole tourism industry is shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Whole tourism industry.
Now you heard. I don't know if you heard this, but the tourism industry, which completely feeds and props up the people of Costa Rica, right? When they shut that country the fuck down, they did something that like Germans and Australians certainly and Americans didn't do. They shut it the fuck down on their end. So the people of Costa Rica, right, got out in the highways, okay, and blocked traffic. Guess what? No commerce, motherfuckers.
Right.
So cheers to the people of Costa Rica who did it the way that I sometimes really wish, okay, these, European countries and the United States, Canada, Australia would fucking do it. Y'all can ask permission to protest every fucking day of the week. Go ahead. Go get your certificate or your license so that you can SSS this for you so that you can ask daddy for permission. Okay? That ain't what the fuck this is about. These people don't give a fuck about you or your kids. They don't care if you live, die, suffer. So get off this fucking shit where we're gonna politely maybe ask for permission.
Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe I could.
That's not how this works.
No. I am a goddamn sovereign son of God.
I was born free.
It gets me hot.
and I act free. Right.
Thank you. I was born free. Thank you.
I was born free. Even though my parents sold me into fucking bondage, right? I'm still free in my head. I literally learned I was a slave.
Oh, motherfuckers get butt hurt. Okay, but listen, this is a fact. Your United States Constitution did not gift you anything that you weren't born with.
Correct.
Okay?
That's why we reference it. That's the only reason.
That is where you need to operate from with some self-fucking respect and responsibility. I'm sorry, getting preachy, but I get hot, man.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, bro. It's no different than telling somebody that you need to be educated, right? And this is why. Because this is true, right? Because let's go back to. So I was talking in the Twitter Spaces probably yesterday. I can't remember when it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was leaning on a very negative fact of life from where I'm from, and it's a simple fact that I'm not even supposed to be 37. I'm not supposed to be alive, right?
No, wait, you are a Hispanic male from the Bronx. Yeah, you're supposed to be fucking dead, dude.
Right. Blacks, anybody pretty much in the inner city. I'm not special because I'm Hispanic. It's pretty much anybody in the inner city.
No, this is true.
Right?
Thank you.
Anybody that grows up in a dangerous environment in the city isn't supposed to make it out past 18. So what does that mean? That means is that odds are you grow up fast, you're gonna know shit that you're gonna be caught up in a lot of things you're not supposed to be caught up in. That's basically what it means, and that's basically what it was. And until I obtain this mindset that you see here on the screen, right? Because we think that we're free with our attitudes and our demeanor and our nonsense in our head. That's predicated upon all these things that are given to us, right, by society. It's not things that we come up with. It's things that are given to us, right? This is the important aspect of what I'm talking about here. Freedom is not given to you. That shit is yours. You're born with that.
And it's a false equivalence, okay, to say freedom isn't free, but then say that the path to that, owning that, is to go, I don't know, bomb the fuck out of some shoeless brown kids on the other side of the planet.
Right.
That, my friend, is not what the fuck it's talking the fuck about. Okay. We're talking about responsibility on a much more personal fucking level than that. Okay. Correct. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, this is the thing, right? Taking responsibility is having freedom.
He said, take it. You right, Space Case.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Having responsibility is being free, bro, because when you are free to act correctly, and by correctly, I mean ensuring that you're not harming others.
Sure.
And doing what you want to do. That's it. That's being free.
First principles of natural law. We should all learn it, right?
I mean, that's it. It's not that hard.
You ain't going to be the one, okay, if you're living right, to be the first stepper, okay, in violence, okay? But if somebody comes through your door where your woman and your children are at, guess what? That motherfucker's head's coming off, right? Yeah. So, and that's, guess what? It's your responsibility, okay, to do so. And that's not coming from an attitude of like horny for fucking violence or anything like that. We're talking about the responsibility to not take the first action, okay, but defend and rise, okay, to the shit when it comes. If you don't, then you are not honoring God, the universe, your creator, whatever it is you believe in, however you conceive it, okay? I know some scientific minds aren't comfortable with that concept. So you go ahead and put the word infinity or whatever you put in there. But, I use the G word, and you ain't honoring it if you ain't take the responsibility of stepping up and answering that kind of injustice. Right? Right?
100%. I mean, these things are happening right now because we've kept up this information war. Right? We've kept up with it.
How do you mean that? Like,
so think about it. Every time I stream, what am I doing, brother?
Should be in you.
Exactly. And what have I been doing this whole time? Sharing information.
Speaking it the way you've seen it. It go down.
That's right. So while they've been peppering people with all this misinformation, I've been rectifying all that misinformation. That's the information war that we're fighting.
Okay.
So all of these topics that we've talked about and that we do talk about are just that, right? This is a war that we all are participating in, and a lot of us don't even realize it. Some of us are not participating. Some of us are. So the question is, what role are you going to take in this war? A lot of people are participating on the wrong side. A lot of people are just not participating at all. A lot of people are taking the right role, like you and me. We're speaking for freedom and the side of sovereignty, which is you doing whatever you want and not harming other motherfuckers. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's nobody's business what you do.
And each one teach one.
That's right.
The first thing you got to do, I do.
Man, shout out to Crypto Kool-Aid.
Crypto Kool-Aid, what up? I got to check myself. Every fucking morning, I got to check myself on my bullshit, right? Because I'm chock full of bullshit. But once I slice through that shit and get to the root, man, ain't no stopping that truth. And I'll tell you, once you take in enough laps around like some of us have, if you're paying attention, you get that refinement, don't you? That refining fire, the immolation, okay? That fucking makes the diamonds, doesn't it?
That's it, right? Isn't that it? I think that's it. I mean, you know, look at this community. You have a bunch of people that oh, this is great. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate that because that's really what I try to do. Some people take
I
it,
know that makes you proud because you
yeah,
told me when I first met you that was what it was.
yeah, right. I mean, what else is there to do, right? I mean, think this is my logic. If everybody's fucking happy, what reason it is there for people to be upset with each other?
Yeah. Because they got to inject this narrative of lack,
That's
of
right. That
desperation,
scarcity mindset.
scarcity
Fuck
everywhere.
that. I don't believe in that shit. That shit is fuck. It's so fake. And you know why it's fake? It's fake because the only motherfuckers that talk about that shit are the motherfuckers that control the shit.
Well, and they're mindless foot soldiers, of which
Well,
there
I mean,
are
they
a
don't
couple.
count.
They
They're
don't count.
mindless. They're mindless. You know what I'm saying?
I just see a bunch of parrots. There's too many parrots, man. Not enough strength.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, it's the most interesting thing. I actually thought about this a while back. Um, you know, we live in a time where it's honestly true that we can say we got too many Indians and not enough chiefs.
Yeah, I'm too busy being a chief to even notice that shit. But I guess you're right, man.
It's crazy, but it's true.
Being a chief,
right? I mean, everywhere you go, everybody's looking for somebody else to tell them what the fuck to do. Pull up your motherfucking pants or panties and do your damn thing.
That's an interesting dynamic that you point out. It's very true in my life experience. And what I can't figure out is like, why is it you ask Nona, right? My mama, God rest her soul, Karen. She used to say that I'm not going to dox myself, but that thought child, I couldn't tell him what to do from age 2 onward.
Damn right.
Talk about my own mama.
Damn right. That's
so what is it? When do you grow a pair? When do you grab the bull by the balls? I refuse to believe that it's only a DNA thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I like to think that's the case also because I think that experience. So, I think about myself and like what I used to be like when I was a little schmuck.
Yeah, I was a schmuck too.
I used to be a little lazy schmuck up until some point.
Hey, wait a second. Are you like me? Did you know it all?
Well, of course.
I knew it all, man.
Of course. Right? Who doesn't know it all, bro? Everybody knows it all. I even went to college, bro. You didn't know? I never used that one. I never used that one because by the time I graduated, I already knew better. So, see, and he used to live in trailer parks. Yeah. Humans need struggle and conflict. This is right. But you can create your own struggle. This is right.
You could pick.
And conflict by doing hard things and not fighting like trailer park living. That's right.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man.
I'm actually not, bro. I don't even go to barbershops. I cut my own hair because I don't got the time. Don't got the time for barbershops.
Kenny, the only observation that I will share since I've met and gotten to know the man is he's actually surprisingly one of the better listeners who I know as well. You get to talk to him. Wales is an observer. That's kind of where a lot of this shit comes from. And I think I'm a little bit the same way. I might be a little bit more assholey or bellicose maybe, but no, Wales is a great listener, man. Wales is a really good listener.
I'll try to, bro, because I know that was something I really had to work on because I wasn't.
Well, you know what helped me? You know what helped me with it, man, was I was told by one of my life teachers, I guess you'd call it, somebody I consider to be pretty sage. They were like, okay, monkey brain, are you listening or are you always thinking about what you're going to say next?
Yeah, I used to do that a lot.
And I was like, God damn. And then check it. The thing that really blew my head off, you'll appreciate this. You remember Daniel Dumier from KMD, KMD, ZEV.LIVE X and them. And then who Daniel Dumier became was the man in the mask, MF Doom, right? Well, when God rest his soul as well, man.
Yeah,
the man in the mask died in the year of the mask on the night of the mask. October 31st. What the fuck? Yo. But anyway,
Damn,
I was
on my
watching an
stream.
interview.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So
Woo!
I watched an interview with him one time. You guys might be able to find it online. He would be asked a question, Doom would be, and he was always in his getup, you know, in his mask.
Yeah.
Motherfucker must have been sweaty as fuck in that thing. But he would sit there when asked the question, and he would do this. Like, it was uncomfortable almost.
Right.
He would literally sit there for 3, 5, 7, 10 seconds and process what the person was saying, but he was checking himself that he was going to issue forth something genuine. Okay. Something
Right.
like fucking real. You know what I mean? He took it very seriously, this man. And what can I say? God takes the good ones first. God
Right.
damn. Yeah, but that's the
How it
listening.
works.
Yeah.
Usually how it works, man. Usually how it works, man. Let's see.
I love all these heads. I love Hexaco. I love Hexaco.
Yo, did you hear about the little snippet with Biden and that reporter, Ducey?
No.
Oh man, that shit is the latest fucking.
Oh, no.
That shit is ripping through the video waves right now, and they can't stop it for nothing. I mean, it's so bad the White House had to fucking print this shit.
Wait, somebody told me that they put the protocols in. They said to some of the departments, practice your protocols for vice president assuming power or something.
I heard something to that effect, like
Yeah.
last week or the week before last. But the last I heard is that, well, look, this platform, social media platform, is about to come online. It's been announced that, and all of these things and all this Rona shit ending lets me know we've crossed the Rubicon, bro.
Okay, I feel you. I hear you.
It's a combination of things. All these court actions like happening right now in January 2022 is not a coincidence. All these things happen at the same time because they're scheduled like this.
Right.
Because that's how the system is designed to fucking work. And this is one thing I'll tell those that are not believers of what is actually going on, or maybe they're not paying attention. The system, while fucking shitty, does work. And when it works, man, it's a bitch. So for those that are going to get caught on the wrong side of it right now, you know, they're going to learn some things. I mean, you guys got to realize they were trying to close Guantanamo Bay before Obama ended his presidency. And they never got to close it. And they have yet to be able to do so. And yeah, might come into use shortly.
Can I admit something to you that I have to do? And I have a belief that you probably are a little similar, but I have been an alternative researcher of my own volition for 25 years. Okay. That's when I read Bill Cooper, right? Behold the pale horse, right? Or was that it? I believe so. So, and then David Icke, okay. And I just went through the progression, right? You know, you get into Michael Tellinger, Jim Mars, you know, all of these different ways of looking at things. And then you get more and more discerning, okay? So you start out as the prototypical tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. And if you're smart, you start to separate the wheat from the chaff over enough time, right? Okay. You start thinking, oh, okay, well, wait, this is bullshit. Like, this is actually bullshit. Because you get people who are coming out the box for the first time on something that isn't MSM information, right? They hear shit and they're just like, they said that John F. Kennedy was flying that spaceship in Chicago, you know, then they're like, yeah, that's true, you know, and they start going fucking crazy. Like Loch Ness Monster is actually in the White House. And you're like, yo, whoa, I'm telling you, I know you're excited about this whole brave new world that you've just discovered, but you have been a pushover to the wrong people your entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Now you think you're cutting edge, but you're being a pushover some more, just in a different fucking way. At the end of the day, we got to utilize critical, deductive thinking and reasoning and say, okay, I don't have a picture. And I've said this before. I met some people because of saying this a couple streams with you ago. But, you know, you could say the Titanic thing, right? For example, we talked about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
About how Jekyll Island was right after the Titanic.
Yeah.
Okay. You take
it was, you know, I don't know if you've seen the interview I did with George once from Matt.
I did, yeah.
But
I think most of it.
We talked about this, the 17th Amendment. 17th Amendment was ratified to the amendments on, I can't remember when it was. I think it might have been April also, or March 1917.
Right. Well, my point
of 1912.
Oh, okay, I got you now.
I'm not just trying to cut you off. Like that.
I apologize. I thought I was trying to.
That shit is too convenient. Is my point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Too damn convenient.
To finish my point, and there it is, convenient. What the fuck makes sense? This is what the point I was trying to make, and I got confused.
The point, right?
Okay, you got a fact, 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, and then there's this thing, and this is where people are like, you know, if you don't show me a picture of J.P. Morgan agreeing with assassins and other ship captains to do this Titanic,
like it ain't true.
Then that ain't true. And I'm sitting there saying,
but everything else is though.
This.
But everything else is.
After the question, right? Then you have this. All makes sense. Okay. You got J.P. fucking Morgan. You got what's the fucking Guggenheim, and who was the other one that ate it? God, now I'm thinking of 13 family names, and I can't fucking.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what names you trying to find?
Yeah, it was Guggenheim and one of the other ones. They were the only fucking billionaires who could have stopped.
Oh, Astor.
Yeah. Bam, Jacob Astor. Bam. Thank you, man. Yeah, so that's New York, right? There's Guggenheim and Astor. That's New York fucking city. Them motherfuckers are Manhattan, right?
Right.
They go out of the picture. They're taken out of the picture, you know. And would you imagine that in the 1910s, even later on, would you imagine it's an easy thing to whack like one of the world's most powerful men? Do you think it would be easy to whack 2 of the world's most powerful motherfucking men?
Like, you mean like present day, or
no, like back then? I'm saying, like,
oh yeah,
like sure. that's mind blowing.
I think it's easy now, bro. I think it's just more of a desire, right? Like somebody gotta want to do it. And look, and this is to answer the earlier chat that I highlighted. This is why it's gonna stay open. This is why they couldn't close it, because they're gonna use it for them. That's why they were trying to close it, so they couldn't use it on themselves. But that's exactly where these people are going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the best case scenario for them. I wouldn't even give them that treatment.
Yeah,
personally.
Okay, so this is where the rest of it was going then with that. So after having been all these years in this shit and gotten discernment over it, I saw this thing come in. Okay, and I've changed my position on it a whole bunch of times, but this thing came out of nowhere, and it always called. Oh, what that Q? Oh, what's this Q? And I'm hearing people talk about it. People are bubbling, and all of a sudden, there's a whole lot of like new motherfuckers in this room here. Like a whole, what'd you say? You know, what the fuck did you say about the Pope? Wait, what'd you say about 9/11? You know, there's only 4 of us around here who talk like that. Where'd you come from? And they're like, Q. And I'm like,
hold on, I gotta cut you off. Remember that snow question from before? How was that 1 cent?
Wait.
Magically 57 now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Really?
Yes, sir. Yep. No bullshit. I don't know what happened, but
You happened, motherfucker. You talk about this shit.
shit funny, ain't it? That shit is funny. Anyways, my
Oh
bad,
my
bro.
God. No,
My
that's
bad.
mind blowing. That
That's
is.
crazy.
You're not gonna lay it on them yet, though. So
Yeah, I gotta figure out yeah. We gotta find these. Yo, we gonna line this shit up. Anyway,
yeah. Anyway, I was bullshitting about Q. Okay. I just. I mean, for everything, I said logical, deductive, critical reasoning. I'm also an intuition motherfucker, and it just never felt right. And I heard everybody that was just like, how can you say that it is not like what it says it is, which is supposed to be this enlightenment and awakening thing. Don't get me wrong. I give thanks for where that whole Q movement has woken people up. But I've always been of the idea that it's some form of psyop. It's a controlled opposition thing to me. Okay. And this is as somebody who was a conspiracy theorist before you were, motherfucker. So I know what I'm talking about. The one thing that I heard Catherine Austin Fitz, was Cynthia one of them? Cynthia McKinney? Catherine Austin Fitz, Joseph Farrell, might have been Daniel List too, who's known as a dark journalist. They made a lot of data point observations. Okay. And you would understand that concept, Wales, just making data point observations. And they were like, this really sounds, feels, tastes, and smells like an AI program. This Q thing, because if you look at the earliest fucking drops, okay, of the storm of truth that came out today, by the way, to the world, called Q. When that shit came out, he, she, them, it wasn't using the English language very correctly.
Right.
And we were like, this is interesting and it's catching fire, but why does this motherfucker sound like English isn't his native language?
Mm.
And we started to take it apart more and noticed that it learned. If you just looked at drops, okay, you could see that this thing was learning or changing its approach as time went on. Now, if I'm the Tangerine Dumpster Fire, or AKA DT, okay, who, as you and I both know, his uncle John G. Trump was what Vannevar Bush put him in charge of the fucking Nikola Tesla papers when the old man died in fucking Manhattan. That is Donald Trump's uncle, ladies and gentlemen. You think he fucking came in this motherfucking game without some dap, without some weight to throw around? Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia. They let him touch the fucking rock and hold the fucking sword. He went to China. They rolled out the red fucking carpet. Are you going to do that for a dumb son of a bitch who you don't give a fuck about? No, you're going to do that to somebody who can kick your fucking ass. John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle, was in charge of the Tesla file, the Nikola Tesla file. Now that's some wild shit, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm Donald Trump and I get this thing, this phenomena, how hard is it to fucking front run texts, posts, Reddits? How hard is it to all of a sudden have your speechwriters say, let's say I love the 17 people that are working with this agency, and we had a great night on 17th Street. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people are like, yes, Q, DT, yay, we're going to win. Okay, now here we are. What's today? It's Monday, January 24th now, 2022. Do you understand how Q can keep you in stasis, frozen in time. Trust the plan. You don't got to do too much, man. You got to read some shit, share some shit, and trust the plan. Well, guess what? What the fuck are we in this fucking pickle for in the first place? We trust the wrong motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, it's simply the fact that if you don't trust yourself, well, you fucking up. Right. Like, that's just really it.
That's all I'm saying.
And this is why you're the one that has to be educated in all these various topics, not some third party. You know, it's cool to rely on third party experts. It's cool, but you got to know the very basics to even be able to understand what they even telling you anyway. So why not be better versed than just basic?
Yeah, I'm not against trust. God, I love trust. I want to see more trust, more reasons to trust.
Right, because ain't nobody saying be a fucking tax expert or nothing like that.
Right,
but at least know what the hell's going on.
Some of the most talented men I've ever met know how to delegate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You got to know how to delegate if you want to succeed in life. But you got to still be knowledgeable so ain't nobody playing you. Because people will try to play you. Better believe.
And none of us being 1000%, then you have to have your whole periphery surrounded, okay, by a team of people that you love and you know that they love you, because love, that kind of a relationship, that's the only way, right? You're going to get the reciprocity of trust, of real trust. Let's get there. Let's get to that, right? I think we got a really good start in Hexaco, man.
Yeah.
I got to say.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because there's never really been opportunity for people to just find a way to add value in the way that they do it. Oh, and that reminds me, because this is what we was talking about before we actually came on, right? I mean, how I can just, like, I didn't even care if I streamed, because this is the type of conversation we be having anyway.
Yeah, it's true. It is so true. Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, and then that was like the thing. I was like, yeah, I don't care if we're streaming now, bro. I mean, either way, I'm gonna do what I'm doing anyway. Like, this is what I'll be doing, like looking at data, talking about this shit, whatever. Like, this is what I would be doing anyway. So
I love it.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
So taking that into account, this is the thing that makes everybody important in the community, because I do what I do and everybody values me for what I do. Right. So what is it out there that, for the people out there, what is it that you do that you like to do that you don't feel is work, first and foremost, that you can just do and not have to think about, like me, right? Like these types of conversations are based on things I've spent years doing and do daily without trying. These are just things that I do.
Yeah. You ain't no putting on airs. It's holistic. It's organic. It's organic, man.
Yeah. It is what it is. So what is it that you do that adds value, to your life and others?
I love it because you're consistent as a motherfucker, because that's one of the first fucking things you said to me, bro. That's one of the first things you said to me, bro. What space now do you feel, are you filling? What are you doing, with yourself with this? And that's kind of what I was saying earlier, man. You're a plumber, carpenter, dancer, you work in clay, you paint, you make music.
It literally doesn't matter, bro. Like,
create. Just create.
I would, dead ass, no bullshit. I would love to learn plumbing. You know how much them motherfuckers make?
Fuck plumbing. Yeah, I know, but fuck, I hate that work.
Kidding me?
Oh, I hate that.
Of course, it sucks.
Oh, you know what? It's all pecs now. I fucking suck dick at soldering, so fucking it's all pecs now. You just.
I mean, of course it sucks. That's why the motherfuckers make so much money, bro.
I'm not crawling in any more fucking crawl spaces or soffits for the rest of my life.
It's expensive as hell, man. And it sucks. It sucks, but that's the whole thing.
You just made me think of Richard when we're talking about this, because there he is, salt of the earth, right? Like, he was an HVAC. He's an HVAC guy.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. You see that? Okay.
Right.
Richard, the whole reason we have our community, and I'm sorry to go off a tangent,
No, you're
okay? But I'm as high as you are. And if I don't bring this up now, I'm going to forget it forever.
good. Go ahead, bro.
We wouldn't be here, my friends, if it wasn't for Richard Hart being salt of the earth, blue collar worker, his father's son, HVAC. So little Richard, I don't know, what was he, 16, 17, 18? I don't know. He was like sexual primacy time for young men. Richard is at a job, has a heavy piece on a dolly, okay? You know, a hand truck. The thing comes back, knocks Richard fucking Hart's front teeth out. Now he's got a fucking date with Susie Myers next weekend. That's not happening. Richard Hart goes to his dad and says, "Dad, that's a fucked up, man. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to go away?" His dad says, "Son, I'm sorry, I do not have it." What do kids do? What do most kids do? They let the dream die and they move on to something else. What did Richard Hart do? Richard Hart goes in his fucking basement, in his attic, to his friend's house to get stereo equipment, puts it on the front lawn, and sells his way to fucking teeth and getting laid, I would imagine. So good job for you, Richard. We love you. And I love that story when you told it, because that's inspiring as hell. But guys, since I'm on stream, we got to get that hand trucker dolly from his father and put it in a Hex Hall of Fame, because that hand truck
started it all. Wouldn't be for that, wouldn't even have Hex, right?
That is a story, man. That's a story. I like that.
I mean, but that's life, right? That's literally life, because if all the things that happened to me wouldn't have happened to me, I wouldn't be talking to nobody about any of these things. Amen. You know, nobody would be hearing me talking about that. So,
I fucked up so bad in so many ways. I got fucked up so bad in so many ways, and it was all horrible. And I would never want to live any of it again or wish it on anybody. But if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't be sitting here with whales, you know, and you know, talking to you guys today. Well, why am I going that way? You're that way. There we go. I got confused. That guy right there. I wouldn't be here talking next to him unless shit had been so fucked up, and unless I had fucked up so bad, because now I know better. Now I'm showing improvement like a motherfucker.
Right, but that's the thing. You gotta go through it, or at least understand it, right, in order to be able to talk about it. Because if you can't even understand it, how can you even talk about it? It's almost impossible.
Well, life is hard to understand in the first place. So yeah, that's a tall order sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It's not like it's a cakewalk. It's not, right? So understanding that within itself is difficult, right? I mean, when you sit here and you think about how you found Hex, like how your life took you to that point, because now you're going to be well off and all these things. You know, you don't got to worry about your retirement and yada, yada. You know, what exactly put you on that path? You know, for me, if I would have never did all the dumb things I did as a kid and been the person I am, like, I would not be in Hex. I would not be, you know what I'm saying, on the path that I'm on and all these other things. Like, what is it that puts you on it? You know, you got to think about that, because understanding that is what helps you make the right moves.
Do you remember when I said the fires of immolation, you know, and refinement earlier? That's it, brother. You just nailed it.
Yeah, man. I mean, how else do you fucking get that information? I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
That's what I thought of when we first started to going down this rabbit hole. I was going to ask you, I was like, you know, do you think that like hugs and kisses and success can get humans there as fast, or does it take that ass whooping to get us there? You know what I'm saying?
I wish it was simply success for me. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, me
I've
too.
never really had success. Even even when it comes to trading, it's always up and down. You make money, you lose money.
Right.
It's not a consistent thing.
Right.
And that's why Richard is so anti-trading. It's sensible to be because everybody doesn't make it. And this is why it's easy to be a prominent promoter of Hex or whatever, right? Like it makes sense because you're gonna make your money by staking and capital appreciation, not
Mhm.
just capital appreciation. I mean, the gains you make are ridiculous because of how the math works, and that's all.
Well,
So,
the T-share is indemnifying us, right? Or
oh hell yeah, man, right? I mean, it's literally relieving us of responsibility to the tune of at least 40% year over year if you're staked for 15 years, 10 years, excuse me.
and that, by the way, is built into an immutable system.
Correct.
Like,
I mean, come on.
yeah, Richard Hart, you're a fucking
Yeah.
gangster. You and
Come
your team
on,
are
bro. I
fucking
mean, how you
gangsters.
mad? How you not mad at that if you're the competition?
Oh,
Right?
that's why. Oh my God, I used to drive them crazy over in that think tank because
Oh,
my
I
mind was
bet.
so blown. I would say, why would they not want to whack Richard Hart? If I was the Heart of
Yeah,
Darkness,
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
want to
yeah,
whack the fuck out of that motherfucker,
yeah.
dude.
Chill. Don't. Yeah, there's the reason I'm talking about that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
all
sorry.
good. Because
I
it's
just I love the man. I love
yeah,
him. We're
yeah, yeah.
great
I mean,
friends.
it's that obvious
I
though, right?
like, I cloak him in like translucent light of protection. And I also think talking about it might actually help us to occasionally talk about it.
Well, no, I mean it's obvious, bro. I don't think talking about it is gonna add value because it's obviously a problem, right? I mean,
Yeah.
cryptocurrency is and that's the title of this thing is the best value for proxy because it gives us total control
Mhm.
if done correctly. This is why I put cryptocurrency, not promise coins, folks. Cryptocurrency, i.e., coins in a non-custodial wallet, coin/tokens in a non-custodial wallet. So get it right, not promise coins on an exchange. So
Nothing left to fulfill.
just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, it
So
is a beautiful contract, a beautiful code, beautiful protocol. I think it's special. I think it's right in line. Sovereign autonomy under natural law. Hex.
yep, yep,
Bam.
yep. It's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, we really are lucky to be able to experience this point in time. You know, imagine being around to find Bitcoin in 2009.
Hmm.
Like picking it up with multiple zeros and just holding on to it because you understood. Like, yo, what? Oh man, I wish.
That's yeah. I mean, all of our smart people in our community say it. Who
Yeah,
bought Bitcoin at a penny and sold it 60, 60, 65.
right.
Like who? I don't know.
Nobody.
Maybe a couple dudes like globally.
Right, like nobody. And that's the
Uh,
thing. This is the second opportunity for those that understand it. And everybody does it, and that's okay. All we can do is keep sharing it and hope that somebody gets it, and some get it, and some don't.
Hey,
And that's all.
the God whale speaks volumes for me, man. The God whale, to be a Bitcoin, motherfucker like that, and
Mm,
then be the Ethereum motherfucker like that,
mm,
and then like everybody's looking, because it's the bellwether. The God
mm.
whale is one of the bellwethers, and there's how many thousands and thousands of fucking products, projects, codes out here, and the God whale goes, oh, I like that one. Yeah, I think I'll get in that one. And you're like,
Yeah,
what? Wait, what?
yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean,
Woo.
I get that, and I've never been a proponent of that being a thing. And the
Oh, okay,
reason,
following that, right? I get
yeah,
you.
and the reason being is because you gotta just know that what you're in is good.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Well,
what
I meant
good
like
is
it's
it?
gravy. It's gravy. It's certainly not the meat.
Oh,
You know.
yo, yeah, it is. It is definitely the gravy.
It just
Don't get it
confirms. You
twisted.
get this reconfirmation.
Don't
Like,
get it
you're
twisted.
right.
It's
Yeah.
definitely the gravy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. Let me not say that.
Right.
I'm just saying from an analytical perspective, baseline, not important.
Yes. Yeah. No, and that's right in line with everything we're saying.
Yeah.
Self
But
responsibility, education
definitely the
awareness.
gravy, though. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing like having some validation, right?
Well,
And that's what that is. Because to see somebody hop from one project early to another, to another, to another, and they all hit, and then jump on this one.
right.
Well, shit.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Woo,
Right?
there's some horror stories, in crypto, man. God
Yeah,
damn.
bro. There
Shit
sure
is
are.
so messed up.
Yeah. I mean, this is why it kills me, right? This is the one thing that kills me about projects and people that like to bang with projects. You got all these clowns that don't even know what crypto is because they don't know what crypto is supposed to be.
Right.
And yet they want to sit here and tell me about projects and how I need to be looking at projects and how projects this, projects that. But yet they don't even know what the right things to look at are.
What the integers in the equation would be. I got
Yeah,
it.
like what the
Right.
values, what the variables even
Right.
are.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
And
don't
it's
even
just
know.
like, well, I like her haircut. I like the way he talks. So yeah, that's a good logical basis for me to put all my money in XRP. Or I mean,
Literally.
sorry, whatever.
That's the logic though.
You know.
That's a logic for a lot of people, believe it or not.
Well, somebody was crying. Where were we? Somebody was crying about the NFL superstar, as if you should feel bad for him, and that he got into crypto and his entry was in the fucking NFTs that he got for fucking $8K, and now they're worth 34 cents. Like, oh, that poor NFL wide receiver. Well, guess what? Motherfucker got his first crypto information from Paris fucking Hilton. You're gonna feel bad for that motherfucker for believing her?
Like, what?
Come on, man.
Come on. You gotta be shitting me. Hell nah. What?
Did you hear about the Disney NFTs? Oh my God, they have the cutest plushies.
Yeah, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, that is not even anything to talk about. Anyway. Like, what?
Non-fungible tokens, could be used in
like
interesting ways. The way they're using them now is a waste.
Look, all BS aside, that is just a receipt. That's the best it could be. Period. That's all it is.
It's going to be so funny when some of these things just like vaporize off the internet, man.
Yeah, a lot of it is. And then you know what? It's all the rage right now because that's what they've been pushing. And that's what people do not understand. People get mad because Hex ain't pumping. You're not understanding how this works.
I told you and Jo and Dolo, like, about that. It's like I could just hit Control Shift 3 on the computer, and that's called a screenshot. You may have heard of that, right? Well, that's not going to be on the blockchain. Well, guess what? Your stupid shit isn't on the goddamn blockchain either, motherfucker. Right. It's nothing. So I'd rather have my screenshot, which, by the way, I can print out that and get it high res and
do all kinds of shit.
Frame it.
It'll be an NFT that I pay for.
Jesus, Christmas time. But the NFT technology, right, can be used in smarter ways and other ways.
Right.
And the American public or people globally, they have no fucking idea or care.
No, they don't. And that's kind of the problem, right?
None.
And the issue with that is that a lot of people are being misled because they're used to following narrative. And it's kind of sad because you have so many people that are used to succeeding in whatever endeavor they engage in. And this is going to be one where they ultimately fail because they followed the wrong path.
Wow. We're about to get into something I knew we were going to touch on tonight, and that's entitlement.
Well,
entitlement.
This is how it works, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just the nature of the beast. And what else are you supposed to do? Just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else
ask
to
questions.
do.
Ask questions. That's people just they think they're entitled to shit automatic without doing the work.
Yeah, that's a big problem. That's actually a big problem. Because it's so true.
could portend a rude awakening for a large cross section of the global population. Could it not?
100%. Right? I mean, what did people learn in 2020? They can't rely on what they think that they can rely on. Not no job, not no government.
They can't rely on fucking anything
Anything.
anymore.
Anything.
They can't even go to the fucking family restaurant on Sunday because they ain't got enough waitresses up in that motherfucker to open the place up.
Yeah. And these ain't even opinions. These are facts.
Yeah, that's what's sad.
Yeah, that's what's sad because it's what's actually going on. So if you don't get the why, you're going to get left behind. You know, I was telling my little college homies, and they ain't even have no reply to this because they tried to be funny and I had to shut them down. You know, we live in a time where unlearning and relearning is the most important skill you can fucking have.
Mm-hmm. Break the matrix, man. Break that matrix.
It's the
Unlearn.
only way.
Break the matrix.
I mean, look, yo, I'm gonna say this again. I'm not even supposed to be alive because
Me
of how I
neither.
grew. Yeah,
Me
because
neither.
of how we grew up. Because of how we grew up. Right? Like, this is very real. Because of how we grew up, we're not supposed to be alive. Fuck on YouTube streaming, right?
9 lives.
Not even supposed to be alive.
Mm-mm.
And not only that, I even joined the fucking military. Went to Iraq 3 fucking times and all this nonsense.
Yo, do you remember your introduction in that community when you gave that talk? And I was talking about your life story, and I said, you know, this motherfucker comes from the Bronx,
from one thing
right?
to another,
and then he goes from the Bronx to a nice, relaxing vacation in the United States military in a fucking combat zone. And then, you know, it's just been so breezy up to that point. He figured he'd just cruise on down through life a little bit, and I don't know, go to Wall Street, you know, for a good
wonder
time.
I'm so laid back, right?
What are you, fucking some kind of masochist or something?
Yeah,
man?
I'm a
Like,
moron.
let me see if I can die up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm a moron, bro. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? I'm a moron. It's okay.
I think it's awesome, bro. Beautiful.
Well, it's worked out because even my first job in the military allowed me to be able to have a conversation with Mr. Wentz the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Last Monday, last week, I had a conversation with Mr. Wentz, and that was a good one. And if I wouldn't have had that experience, I wouldn't have been able to have that opportunity to talk to that man. Because it's one thing to talk to them just because I'm a streamer, but there's another thing to actually be able to engage in a real conversation where people can get value from it. And I know that was one of those conversations.
Yes,
right?
It was. And I'll tell you, thank you for representing our generations, right? The way you fucking did, because that man was impressed by you. You know, that's what I liked about it. That motherfucker was sitting, I'm sorry, sir. He was sitting right across the fucking table from you. He was sitting right across the table from you, looking you in your eye, man to man. There was none of that dynamic of that funny business bullshit, right?
Right.
You know,
not a smidget. Not a smidget.
Yeah,
no,
I saw that. I felt that.
We were having a legit conversation.
I got to give him props for that.
Right. And this is all we want, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is all we want. We just want a legit conversation about what is actually going on. We don't want anything else because we actually want to rectify what is off. We don't want to hear nothing about no votes, no promises, no none of that. What the fuck are we going to do? What is going to change? Let's see that shit change. And you know what? We don't got to have that discussion no more. You don't want to know why? Because now we're just going to do it. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. We need infrastructure for our capital to flow in and out. Well, shit. Coinbase and them don't want to play ball. Well, let's just build it. Fuck it. Okay. Done.
Yeah. It's on the to-do list.
Done.
Ricky's to-do list.
I mean, you know, this is what MCA was for, right? Like, that was step one. Eventually, there's going to be this whole thing built up around this one thing where everybody's going to benefit, bro. Like, it's going to be, and so many people are working on doing similar things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, people have no idea what's going on in the background.
Yeah, we're in the genesis. We're in the genesis, man.
Like, Richard Hart is creating the ecosystem, and we have to build, we, Hexicans, those of us that have the capacity to engage in this activity, need to be engaged in building out the infrastructure that we need, right, for our financial futures to be secure and succeed. Nobody's going to do that for us. If
And
it
that's
if it existed, I'm sorry, if it existed, we wouldn't need to be doing it. This
and
is why MCA
that's
exists.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's nothing less than like the most literally important thing, okay, in life. It's the basis that we have to build that we can go this way from. If you don't got your financial house in the fuck order, you can't not only not build anything, you can't protect it once you build it. And let me tell you something. If you build anything in this incarnation, in this life, something's coming after it.
Yep. 100%, man. 100%.
Something is coming after it.
I mean, it's
you better fucking protect it.
It's kind of foul to say, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
look, my grandma said, you know, has the devil given you any reason to trust him lately?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just about being aware and
street smart.
Right.
Boom.
Right. Oh, almost at $1 billion. Nice. Total pulse X dollars sacrifice 992.7.
I can't fucking get over this. I can't believe this, dude.
And we still got a whole month before this shit is over. So it's gonna be quite a show.
And we haven't even seen any OA
activity yet.
So,
yes, that's why I said it's gonna be quite a show.
In the name of God.
Shout out to D'Artagnan. Have a good night. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up soon, guys. It's already getting pretty late.
D'Artagnan.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Say hello to anybody
sticking
else
around so late.
Yeah, thanks for letting us talk some shit tonight, man.
I mean, this is an impromptu stream. This wasn't planned.
Yeah, and there wasn't really a whole lot of science or charts or tactics. We kind of just stream of consciousness, but it was the realness.
Yep.
A lot of good people here.
Welcome. Man. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of community that appreciates this kind of activity, so we knew we could do it, and provide some good educational banter for you guys to partake in on a Monday evening, where it is currently 33 degrees in New York City.
I see a lot of fucking people I know in this chat, man. This is awesome, man. Look at Isis. Look at Casper. Renov. Johnny Chaos is here. Yeah.
And Mr. Joker.
Quinn, Milton.
And Mr. Johnny Chaos, sorry. Yeah, shout out to everybody. I mean,
I know it would take forever.
Yeah, it would take forever, man. We got so many fucking good people in this community. It's ridiculous. It would literally take forever. It's fucking crazy.
You know what? I got to run this on you here, man, because we talk about this kind of stuff. And you know how we always are with the quandary, on-ramping, off-ramping, living your life like through the almost unavoidable USD. Hey, inviting freedom.
Yeah, shout out there.
We got this USD problem, right?
Right.
And I'll tell you, side note, sneaking suspicion, Hex is going to outlast USD, but that's a different fucking.
Sure is, man.
Yeah, that's a different.
Fun to watch that one, Trent. It's gonna be. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fun to live through that transition.
Wild.
It's not even funny.
Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's an issue, you know, and it's just like, I'm really looking forward to more of this thing I blather on about called autonomy. I want to live that, right? So as Hex community grows, you know, I'm all, you know, like, I don't want to do a taxable event. I don't want to, you know, that's what people say. Guess what? I don't want to transact in USD. How's that sound, motherfucker?
You know, it's funny because we set up all this infrastructure, right, to essentially be able to on and off ramp our value, right? To do what we have to do, because we have to ingrain ourselves into the system first and foremost. It's the only way we can do what we have to do. So it's very important that we understand that. Once we do that, right, the objective of all the things that we are building are to eventually create additional revenue streams for ourselves so that we can ultimately buy more Hex, more Pulse Chain, more Pulse X, and create more yield for ourselves. This is the ultimate goal, is to create a never-ending stream of revenue streams, plus buying more ultimately because we're just making so much money. It's just why not? We're just gonna have to.
Here's the rest of my point, right? As the
Yeah.
community grows, right, and gets more diverse, other than a store of value, what was Bitcoin founded to be? It was
In a
founded to
transaction.
be transactional, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So as Hexaco grows, maybe you can buy those truck parts with Hex from a Hexagon. Maybe you can buy that bed from a Hexagon. Maybe you could get the house worked on by a Hexagon. Maybe you could lease a car, do a Airbnb, buy a record from a Hexagon with Hex. Oh, guess what happens there? It's called an end around.
Right. I mean, it's the ultimate goal, right? And the thing is that in order for people to be able to get to that point,
Mhm.
they have to understand that barter is a real thing,
Oh, that's the
right?
parallel economy, baby.
Yeah. But that's the thing. All of them are parallel economies because people
Mhm.
have to understand that they're real, right? And I think that's the biggest issue that we have. People don't realize that cryptocurrency is the same thing as dealing with a dollar.
It functions. It works. You can make it work. You can do it. I've done
Well,
it.
the
I've
thing
done it.
is that people don't realize is that it's real, bro. Because a lot of people just won't even take the time to learn what cryptocurrency is even supposed to be.
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
But
So
every fucktard is smart enough to look at a thing and see, well, the thing says that the thing that I have is worth that much of that thing right there, and they're going to believe that. I mean,
I
even
guess,
though
man.
it moves
I
a
guess.
little, he's like, well, that's worth something. So if you can understand that, then you should be able to wrap your mind around the fact that it's not mind-blowing to be able to buy gym socks and a nice bathrobe and some towels for the kids with your way of storing value and transacting, right?
Right.
And what you call an asset, because what does Richard say? And we all crack the fuck up, but we all say it all the time. Our pretend made up internet money is better than your pretend internet made up the fuck money. It's where we place it. Consciousness.
Yeah. That's it. It's all about perception.
Yep.
And this is why things like Beanie Babies even had tremendous value at one point, right? I mean, these are the things that I mean, you laugh, bro,
No,
but
I know, but it's brilliant. That's why I gotta laugh. It's so dead on.
yeah, because it's a reality, man. Like people really, really, really,
Fuck.
right? Like people really, really took that shit and ran with it.
Could you imagine somebody
No,
trying to do a transaction with
no,
you or I on the street and they try to give us Beanie Babies?
no, no, I cannot, sir. There's no way in hell, right?
Oh, but this one,
Like,
right here it's really nice.
yo, yeah, there was Pet Rocks. Thanks for remembering that one. That was a
Oh,
real thing. That the creator of that, if you can even call that person a creator, um, literally became a millionaire like almost overnight.
I'm looking around for a firearm. I swear to God, I just started looking around for one of my firearms. Like the pet rock makes me
Yo,
a little jumpy.
it's when I like the older I got, the more I thought about that shit, the more I was like, yo, what in the fuck is going on? Like, because that's a real thing, bro. Like, these are the kinds of things we got to talk about. Like, what kind of society do we want where people like that are deemed successful, right? Just because they made a ton of money on some dumb idea that don't even make no sense.
Hmm.
Like, how the fuck you making money on? Like, did somebody actually really somebody actually bought that, or was that just a headline, or like that could have easily been a false flag too? Who
Oh,
knows? I don't know that guy.
I can't tell you how much I agree with you, and I think that's a wonderful fucking
Like,
way
I've
of
never even
putting it.
thought about that. I just said that for the first time in my life right now. I don't know.
Okay, well, guess what? Ding, 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 ding,
Anything
ding,
is
ding.
possible. That's the problem,
People
right?
don't know, man. We got to think. We
Yeah,
got to think on our feet, man. You guys got to
yeah.
really, we got to wrap our heads around the heart of darkness. What are these motherfuckers really capable of? Well, you're crazy. How the fuck could you think that? Well, guess what, motherfucker? Sorry. It's going to be heartbreaking for some people's house of cards.
Oh man, what's coming is going to be so nasty for some
because
people.
you can't wrap your head around it. You can't accept it. It hurts your feelings, and you can't wrap your head around how it would be possible. Then it can't be. It just can't be. It's off the table. In fact, I need to insult you because you make me so uncomfortable with your crazy postulations, you paranoid motherfucker. Let me get you some fucking tin foil for Christmas.
Oh, man.
I'm asking.
You know, some people, you know, it's funny, man. You say tinfoil. A lot of those tinfoils have been converting themselves to crowns lately. Yeah, for those not paying attention, right? I mean, this whole Rona shit has collapsed on itself in the past 14 days in a fashion that's just, you know, it's
parabolic.
It's just comical. You know, it's comical. Like, wow.
Here's what gets under my skin, though. Do you know when I got hot about it? I got hot about it in March of 2020.
Yeah, I've been pissed for a long time.
Out of the fucking gate, man.
Yeah, I already knew
out of the gate.
Yo, some businesses are already forcing their on Wall Street specifically, they're already forcing people to go back to the office already today. Not even fucking around. Like, take your asses back.
I have these thoughts like somebody really in power tried to go to a restaurant that they go to on every Tuesday, and the place was fucking closed, and they went apeshit ballistic. And they're like, I'm a goddamn architect of society. Get those motherfuckers back to work.
That's funny. If only that shit really matters.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah, we got a grocery store out here in the boonies. And it's an organic chain store. There's about 6 or 7 locations. They got this sign on the door now. It says, you know, because of lack of personnel, this place that used to be open from like 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. now is open from like 10 to 6.
Wow. Oh, 2-hour difference. That's interesting.
They can't 3 hour, and they can't find. Yeah, and they can't find.
Can't staff it.
They can't staff it.
Right.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well,
a lot of that going on lately.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to be a bonded slave for $11 a fucking hour?
Yeah,
or whatever, you know, fuck that.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. I think a lot of people are just taking the road less traveled nowadays. I think that's obvious. I think that's what's just happening. You know, you keep hearing these stories over and over about how people are just not working anymore, and I can't imagine it being anything else.
They're tired of playing the game. I have a joke I was telling Isis last night. I told her it sounds like a drug made by a pharmaceutical company. It's called Fuck It All. Fuck It All by Bristol Myers Squibb. 25 milligrams a day of Fuck It All can help improve your life. May cause bloody stools, diarrhea, psychotic episodes. You know, talk to your doctor about Fuck It All. Literally. That's where we're at. People are like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck it all.
Really are, yo. That's definitely how they acting. Definitely how they acting. Yo.
Well, let me hurry up and wake up at, I don't know, 4:30 a.m. so I can go to a job and have some asshole tell me what to do for $11 an hour. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be crawling over people to get to that opportunity.
Yeah, not really.
No. Thank God for Fiverr, like your boy said on stream the other day. Thank God for Fiverr.
Right. Oh shit, right?
Why even bother? They don't they don't see that we see that. Like, we're like, why would I do that? Why would I subject myself to that?
You know what it is? I think they just never expected. Interestingly enough, given how astute they've been in ascertaining psychological reaction, you know, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that they never actually figured out that this would ultimately happen. Like, I think about the difference between myself and my mom, for example, right? Like, I think about these weird things all the time. Like, how am I how I am, and she is how she is? You know, how did that happen?
Oh my God, you're hitting a vein. You're hitting a vein, brother.
Yeah. How did that happen? Because it's a very important question. Because when you have kids, you don't want them to be fucking duds if you're not a dud. Because if the reality is that they end up being opposite of whatever, because my mom isn't a dud, but there were some things, and I'm just like, yo, come on, man. I wasted all this time and all this nonsense. You know, like she would always push the school crap on me.
Yeah.
And I was never
Oh,
with
my dad's
that.
the same way, man. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, you could stick your dick in a glory hole and get caught. But as long as you go to college, everything will be okay.
Right.
Why? So I can be delighted and happy like you are.
Such a crock of shit. Anyway, and it's things like that, you know? Like, you waste so much time on nonsense when you were a kid, you know, because of other people.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Because
Don't
of
even
other
go
people.
here.
Well, it's true, right? Because people got to understand it. Because, yo, I personally wasted a lot of time doing college crap. And I didn't even want to finish that shit. You know, of course I did, but for what? I don't even care. You know, added no value. Everything I'm doing now is stuff I learned on my own.
Precisely. I told you, man. You know, once I found out my fingers could play jazz scales and intervals and chords, I was like, fuck college. Who needs college? All I'll ever have to know how to do is
this. Right.
Yeah, guess what? My life was living hell. And I didn't find security or wealth or fame or riches, but you know what I did find? Cocaine and Oxycontin and a whole bunch of other shit.
A whole bunch of nonsense. Shout out to Valiant Brand. What's going on, brothers? Young man right there.
Dude, that is one of, I was telling Toby Wan, who wasn't feeling great on Twitter, that Valiant Brand, Toby Wan Kadobe, and Gafar Ellis are my 3 votes. Yeah, they're my 3 votes for the diplomats of Hex. If we're ever in a difficult PR situation, those motherfuckers, you send them to the meeting.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I don't know if I'm diplomat material. I don't know about all that.
No, I'm not. I'm not either. I mean, I'm a little Libran. I can see all sides at all times. But,
right, I can see all sides. So shout out to thanks for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you, man.
No, it's that Valiant and Toby Wan and Gafar in common. They're
like
that
super positive type shit.
Elasticity, patience, accepting of people with their flaws.
Good way of putting it. Yep. Good way of putting it. It's very true.
I envy them. They have characteristics that, for all my fire and passion and brimstone, sometimes, you know, you're like, all right, I could temper it down. I could be zen. I look at those guys. I'm like, those guys are pretty fucking zen, man.
Yeah. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You know, imagine, you know, like, I'm very hard headed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very stick to my guns kind of guy, right?
You?
Yeah, imagine that. And taking that into account, all right, when you look at the big picture, how can you be a type of person that is trying to educate others and, like, you know, create a new society type of thing, right? Because in a lot of ways, that's what a lot of us streamers are trying to, you know, kind of guard our way towards some way, shape, or form. Like, we're trying to just make things a little different, you know?
Difference is what I like, though, in our stream. Yeah. Like, I like Rags to Riches. Brandon is hilarious, and I love his way. But I like the Lit's way. I really love Lit's way too, which is completely different from Brandon. And then you got Wales over here, who's like different from them guys, you know. And everybody's got this. Kinetic's got his way. Brand got his way. Cabana got his way. Coffee got his. Like, everybody's got their way. Right. And the best of them is just being themselves.
Right. But that's the thing. Thanks for the fucking super chat, Hex. Yo, I appreciate that, man. Longer stays fake better. That's a fact. That's all we need to know and act on, fam. It's a perfect system. That is true. I mean, if you understand the bare basics, right, of what the system is doing and the importance of T-shares and how T-shares work, the longer you hold them, the more money you make. Simple, you know, simple as that. Not rocket science, but let me wrap it up, yo, because I'm super late for this call. Yeah, I'm super late for this call.
I had fun, man. Thank you so much for having me, ladies and gentlemen. Wales Only. Brother. You got to watch Wales Only #1. What is a crypto? He'll explain to you what a crypto is. Start there and then proceed.
all BS aside, we touched on a lot of reasons why cryptocurrency is the best value, the best proxy for value, right? It gives you total autonomy, total control to make the right decisions that you want to make for your future. You remove all these intermediaries. You just got to make sure it's actual crypto. That's all.
That's
Simple
right.
as that. And if you're dealing with Hex, you already know what actual crypto looks like.
And get yourself your circle, get yourself your tribe, your family, your people, the ones you trust, the ones who love you. Get them around you. Know where you stand with them. Okay, transact with them emotionally and spiritually in a pure and true way. And then guess what? You got people who you could check yourself with, get ideas. Right. They'll teach you. You teach them. It's really fucking cool. Look at this. HEX.Stani's here. That guy's half my fucking age. HEX.Stani is. And you know what? Right. He was teaching me shit the other night I never thought of. Never. He's got a whole different skill set, and I love it. And there's people like that all over Hexico. Find them.
You got a channel, yo? Somebody's asking.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to guys like Nardo and Rainmaker and Kinetics, everybody that's been so kind to me. I don't want to make an official announcement, but it's kind of the natural progression. I did go to college for 1 minute and I studied TV and radio journalism and I was a writer. So it's the natural progression. I'm headed that way, but I need to get more lessons from people like my man over here, how to do it right. Right, Wales? Uh-oh. What happened? Wales, did you mute yourself, man?
Yeah, I got Kinetics on the line. Hold on.
Nah.
Hold on. I'm going to wrap this stream up. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
You good, bro?
What up, Ken? What up, Ken? Kinetics.
But yeah.
I love Hexico.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, bro, when you play the game.
All right. Good night, everybody. And thank you.
Peace out, guys. And thank you guys for tuning in. We love y'all.
We going to hear that track real quick, that markable shit?
Oh, yeah. It's there. It's there. Let me pull it up. Peace out, guys.
Infectious. Right.
Yes, sir. Right? The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. Yep. That's it. Yep. That's the secret. The guy well told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. Shit, motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. I mean, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Y'all deep, everybody.